Hey everybody, it's your girl Cashe Arrielle, and we are live on the Sipping Shop. Today we'll be going live with the legendary David Ford. So without further ado, we're about to get started. If everybody want to go around and just introduce themselves, and then we'll get into the interview. And I'm gonna bring my mom on as well too.
All right, bring mama in.
David, tell people about you.
Oh,
Wow. So
I am eyewear designer David Ford, based out of Cleveland, Ohio. Been doing fashion for the last 9 years, building up black luxury, making a lot of big imprints into the business, and making people aware that we got to have something to call our own. So this is why we do it.
yes. Who's our mystery guest?
I don't even know if I want to even. What do I do? Do I move over?
You know,
here?
because it's already looked good.
You should like move your chair to the center.
Oh, okay. Like that's why I'm trying to figure it out. Come this way.
No, he don't want to be on camera.
This way.
He's
Not
supposed
really.
to be on camera.
Oh no.
The mystery guest.
There go mommy.
Hey, Ma. What's up, Ma?
Hello.
Say hey.
Hey, Ma.
Hey.
So
How we
Rob, are
doing?
you gonna say something?
Not really. I'm just background working.
Okay. Rob is
technical.
background working.
Yeah, technical.
All right, Ma. So go ahead, let them know who you are. What's your name on the podcast?
I'm a big.
You know,
Girl.
you can't see us.
Here,
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it this way.
I'm sideways, just so you know.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Then we can't do it that way.
Let me see if I do it this way. It could be on you because she here. So I'm gonna let y'all. It'll be that way. I'm cool with that.
Good? Is it
Yeah.
good? Okay.
All right, y'all. So today we brought in Mr. David Ford. I've been knowing of David Ford for a couple of years, but last year, he gave me the opportunity to be one of his models for his brand. And I really, really look up to him when it comes to business and just the way he moves. He's a great businessman and just great man all around. So I wanted to bring him on just to tell people about his journey a little bit and also about his brand in case somebody may not be familiar, which I'm sure a lot of people are. So we're gonna get started. How long have you been in the eyewear business?
I've been designing for the past 9 years.
Okay.
Started out, as just taking a chance on something. Didn't even know it was really something that I could do. But the story goes, I started as a kid, didn't even know it. So I was a kid that wore the ugly frames. I used to draw superheroes with glasses on. And from there, actually, my mother kept all those pictures.
Okay.
And so she came to me. She moved probably almost like 10 years ago now. And, she said, well, what do you want to do with these? You want to throw them away or do you want to keep them? I put them on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And so when I put them on LinkedIn, they were like, I need to see those. So the guy was like very interested. He's like, yo, I need to see those. I'm like, okay. Flew me down to Florida.
Okay.
One of the lead designers from Gucci.
Wow.
And so he said, you don't need Gucci. I need to teach you how to do this for yourself.
Wow.
And so he taught me how to design eyewear, and I started ever since. And I actually went across the country, and across the world to go learn really how to design eyewear, and I got started.
That's dope. Now I know that you've been doing eyewear, but now you have branched off into other merchandise. What was a thought in your head that came, or at what point did you think, okay, it's time for me to do more than just glasses? It's time for me to branch out into other things.
Shout out to my manufacturers for doing that. They were like, you can't be a one-trick pony. You got to open this up.
Okay.
You got the appeal. You got stars rocking with you. You got to really open this up. And I was like, don't know. I'm liking this lane. It's comfortable. I'm sitting back. They're like, no, open it up. So I opened it up about 3 years ago. We started out with just T-shirts.
Okay.
But that's not my lane. That's not what we do. If we're going to do it, it's going to be luxury.
Gotcha.
So, we started to create, more luxury shirts and hats. And then we moved off into tennis shoes. So we tried tennis shoes. And tennis shoes, that wasn't a lane. That was an expensive lane. And, it just wasn't it. You know, so then we started going into this year, or like 2020, during the pandemic. Actually, a big manufacturer hit me, was like, yo, let us really, you know, kind of get your brand going on the manufacturing side. And shout out to them, you know, and they created my jackets.
Okay.
When they created those jackets, you know, if anybody that watched social media, it went bananas. Everybody was asking about those jackets. Now this year, we went into the backpacks and we started to make bigger stuff, and people like, this is it. So, you know, we off into a lane that we really want to be in now. So it really works.
And I know that you work with a lot of celebrities. Like, how did that come about? You know, did you just like message them and say, hey, I have this, or how did it work?
Crazy thing is, and I'm gonna tell everybody by experience, use your network. You know, so it's your mama, it's your cousin. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. You know, it's 6 degrees of separation. And, you know, those people are like, yo, let me reach out to so-and-so. I know so-and-so. Let me get you on this movie set. Let me get you on that movie set. That's how we got on, 6 movies so far in the past 3 years. Every black TV show that's out, we've had our on.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, we are starting to roll because of people, you know. So it worked.
Ma, do you have any questions for Dave? Because, you know, I could keep going. I'm going to try to get you a chance.
Hey, Ma.
Hey. He pretty much answered the question I was going to ask him. I just wanted to know what made you just take that leap of faith. You know, because so many people are like stuck in their comfort zone and they don't want to, I'm comfortable here and I don't want to branch out. But what made you take that leap of faith? Because I do know that when you take the leap of faith, opportunities happen.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to do it afraid.
Yep.
So what made...
No, you're right. You're right. And that, you said it exactly right. Me realizing, I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years, but me realizing in the black community, we have really nothing to call our own. We were everybody's everything, but we never were our own. We never, you know, really stand behind anything that's our own, you know, unless we see somebody on TV do it, you know. But when we start to turn that into us, good things can happen. So, you know, that's what we did. You know, we started turning it into our own lane, you know? And so that's what made it work, is this, you know, good people standing behind us saying, hey, just keep going. We got you. We got you. And the train started, you know?
Okay.
You got
My
another?
other question is, do you have any surprise things? You can close it. Do you have any surprise things coming out this year?
Hey, Ma, it wouldn't be a surprise if I told you.
Well, you're right. But something big, I just feel like something big is coming from you.
Well, we have something big coming out March the 4th. The new backpacks are dropping. Everybody been waiting on those. If you watch my Instagram, the numbers been really high on it. As well anticipated. This is the first time we're going to launch into something for a product that costs $1,200. So this is the first time we launching on the bigger side, on the really luxury side, you know, and we got people in line to get them already.
Oh, okay. My last question is this, because my mom is, oh my gosh, she wants your Bluetooth
Vortex.
glasses. And she has been talking about these Bluetooth glasses. Can you tell us about the Bluetooth glasses?
Absolutely. Bluetooth technology. It's Bluetooth technology in eyewear. You're able to actually do your phone, so you can control your phone from your glasses. So, or any device that has Bluetooth on it. You know, you're able to answer your calls. You're able to listen to music, speech recognition, all in eyewear. And, you know, with that, you know, let me drop a couple things. So here's a big one for you. So we're actually doing a big campaign with Phaedra Parks with the Vortex. And we just were in NASCAR. So NASCAR, Cashe, who was a NASCAR driver, he wound up not placing, his car blew up. But that's okay. Shout out to Cashe. Team Jordan actually wore them before and after for us during NASCAR. And not many black brands have been on the stage for NASCAR. And now we are one of them.
Yes, making history. So
I love it.
my question is, in regards to, just to piggyback off what my mom was saying, because I've modeled the glasses. So can you tell people, I know you were saying before at one of the sessions, like the reflector lenses for the cops. I know you said a lot of police officers want those glasses. Now, is that something that you get a lot of police officers purchasing from you?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we have all different types of lenses. Like the lens I have now is called a flash gradient lens. So it's actually gradient where I can wear these things on the inside just perfectly, but you think they're dark. So it's a flash gradient, and it's this gradient at the top, but it's really light at the bottom. So that's a part of new technology that's coming out, and we're already ahead of the curve. We're already doing it.
Good. That's so good. You got another question, Ma?
No, I just see a billionaire just all over him.
Let's hope so, Ma. Let's hope so.
No, I'm telling you, you're doing some amazing things. So, I'm quite sure you reach back and you bring other people.
Always.
That's what's up. But I see you. You're a billionaire.
The big thing is I do this for us, and I have to stick to that. It's nothing against no other race, no other nothing, but
right.
We have to start by something that we can do better than basketball, football, sports.
Exactly.
Everybody's not meant to be a lawyer. Everybody's not meant to be an entertainer. But there's a lot of us that have skills. But we just don't get to display them. So I'm making sure that we can stand in that light as entrepreneurs and do what we do. And I tell people, stop saying small business. You're not a small business. You're an independent business.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the number one problem we got right now, that everybody keeps saying they're small business. If you think small, you get small things. So I don't let nobody around me say small. We're nothing small. We're just independent.
Yes.
I like that.
And how do you, because I always hear people say, like, anytime I post a picture of me and your stuff, I always hear people say, like, how did you talk to him? He I can't get to him, or I want to model for him. Like, how do you pick who models for you? Or, how do you say, this is who I want to represent my brand? Like, do you have a certain way you can kind of just look at someone's profile and see? Because I know a lot of things are based off social media.
Yeah. A lot of times it doesn't even have to do with social media. Like, so I have my star power already. So when I pick independent people, it just goes by the look. It goes by what I'm looking for at that time. Mm-hmm. If we can make it, bigger and better, how they promote, so if you see people that don't get callbacks, you know what that meant. They didn't promote very well. And just people that want to do good things, man, and be a part of something that's powerful. I think we got a movement that's powerful. If you look through New York City is moving this brand like crazy. Mm-hmm. It's powerful, and it's not because of me, it's because of Black luxury.
Yes.
Shout out to Lord Jamar, for creating that phase for this brand. He said, this is Black luxury, and from there, we took it from there. And that was at the beginning of my career.
That is so good. I'm trying to think if I have any other questions for you. Do you see yourself maybe doing like workshops or anything educational to help people if they want to start their own eyewear line or business?
Well, I've already started. We successfully have had one brand last year start their eyewear line, and the next one has already started this year, so they're waiting on production.
Okay.
So we do have people that's in the process. The big thing is where people fail is they don't realize it costs money. Mm-hmm. And if you don't set up a plan to put it in place, it's just not the game for you. It's a very expensive game. A lot of people buy the glasses in the box, and there's no disrespect to nobody. Mm-hmm. But when you really stepping into this lane, you're messing with big box brands who, they look to destroy you. Mm-hmm. And they're not having it. Mm-hmm. You're not going to imprint their brand. You got to create your own lane.
Yes.
So that's the big key. Anybody that's watching right now, make sure you create your own way. And I can knock on this wood and say I've never took out a bank loan for nothing I've done. You know, I've never got any of that PP, whatever the money is, the funny business money they're giving. Never took a dime of it. And the reason I did that, because I want to build this on its own 2 legs.
I get you.
You know, so we might be 20 years down the line before we build it to that $1 billion point. But guess what? It's ours.
Yes.
You know, and that's the key.
And also, I know you do photography. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know that, but a lot of the times when we shoot with you, it's not a photographer with you. It's you actually shooting us. So do you plan on maybe hosting a photography workshop as well, or is that included? No.
I don't give up the game. I don't give up the game. I think God blessed me with a talent, and to have an eye for what I'm looking for. But that has a lot to do with traveling the world. So I know what they're looking for. Our eyewear has been in everywhere from Paris Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, the Milan Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, Miami Fashion Week, and now I just know what they look for. So I try to create those looks, duplicate what's being done.
Gotcha.
So and the key is that more that I try to introduce to small amounts of people. So you were one of the blessed ones I introduced it to. And shout out to Nicole for making that happen. I just like to, in small settings, I'm still a hermit. I like to be behind the scenes, so I just like people to learn as we go, and whichever y'all do with that information, that's totally up to you,
Yes.
But for me, I try to take small groups of people and really help them flourish.
And I know this is a random question, but we asked a couple random things.
That's okay. So
if you could be a certain animal, what animal would that be and why?
I'm already him. I'm a panther.
Okay.
That's why we have a black panther. That's why we have a panther. I move in silence.
Gotcha.
I move in silence, but when I strike, it's fierce.
Yes.
So anybody that knows this brand, that's how we strike. You never know when it's gonna strike, but when it strikes, it's always something fierce.
Yes.
That's why panther is on the side of those frames.
Yes.
That's a good question.
And then I know you have like sales and stuff. You've been doing sales recently. Do you have anything that you would like to put out there just as a reminder for anyone? I know you said you were digging deep into the treasure box.
We got the treasure box. We did, and that did good last week. I did some of my vintage styles. So I actually last week they got to buy some of the eyewear I did for 112 for their tour, for the Diddy tour. Yeah. So that was like really, really special eyewear. But I looked at it like this. It's time to create new memories.
Yes.
So it just sitting there and me looking at it and, sitting it on the trophy case means nothing. Let people get their hands on it and create new memories. So, I'm starting to create new memories. The brand is much, much doper than it was then. And, so I'm letting all that stuff go and people buying it like crazy.
Yes. I'm so excited for you.
Like I said, I need you to come out with a brand for me, like Mama B glasses.
Mama V. Look, I think you better check the website. We got something for you already. Trust me. Look, that brand gonna cost you a lot of scriblets, Mama. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for the brand value now.
Yes. But I definitely appreciate you coming through today just to give people a background on who you are and what you do. Because a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I know David Ford, he does the eyeglasses, but it's so much more to you. And I always speak highly of you when I talk to people about you, because I feel that you are a great teacher.
Mama got a question.
Go ahead.
Do you see that hand raised? Go on, Mama.
I got a question. What do you do about, because you have a lot of people in different business, but you have a lot of groupies, hitchhikers, people that try to hitchhike off of what you do. What do you do with those people? Those people that try to connect themselves with you that are not assigned to you, but they want to be a part of what you're doing.
Good question. Well, you automatically know if they're in or not. You automatically know. I do nothing. They fall off the wayside anyway. I keep the circle very small. You know, so if somebody's with me, they with me. If they're not, they're not. You know, you really do know.
Okay.
It's very apparent. And I keep circles really small on purpose because, what we're building is very special. So, we love people to be a part. Being a part is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
But how I tell people you can be a part of this brand, buy something from the website. I don't care if it's a hat. I don't care if it's a pair of glasses. I don't care if it's a sweatshirt, whatever. That's the best way to be a part. The more you can contribute, the more we make. I don't take it and go buy big cars and all that. What I do, I take that money, I go right back in. I live a common lifestyle, and I just go back in and make new. I just keep creating.
Right.
So that's what I do with money. It's not about right now. It ain't about the, seeing me on beaches and
you don't show off with
you ain't got to show off.
Right. Right.
The show off is to see when you walk down the street and you see somebody in your eyewear, you see somebody in your sweatshirts, and that's the show off. That's bigger than me than anything right now.
Rob said he had a question for you.
Oh yeah, just a quick question.
It's the hidden man behind it.
Right. As far as like having a black luxury
The
brand,
camera whisperer.
as far as having like a black luxury brand, I heard that throughout the whole interview. Like, what makes your black luxury brand different than your competition?
Because I have no competition. Okay. Name me one piece of black luxury you know of. I stand in a lane all by myself. Nice. And it's not being disrespectful, it's just truth. People right now, we're so looking. That's why she has this store. Okay, we're looking to create. And I've had conversations with her personally to start creating her own, creating that lane. Okay, because the money that we pay to these people that already have it, they're making millions. But if we develop our own lane, she can develop a purse, she can develop shoes, she can develop pants, whatever else, she can do it. But what it takes is we have to, and it's not nothing on you, it's a sense of laziness that we all have. It's easier just to buy it. It's easier. But it becomes less easier when you got to go travel to another country to figure out how it's really done. Once you take the trip to the Mecca, to go across the water, that's when you start saying, the light bulb goes off and you say, I could have been did this. That's the difference. I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs about this because how'd you get started? I decided one day I was at my job and I said, I'm not coming back. Lunchtime, I was an engineer. Made it easy, $100,000 a year. I decided I wasn't coming back. I got up at lunchtime. I went and told my boss I'm not coming back. He's like, "Oh, you're joking." I already had my box in my hand, full of my stuff. I'm gone. Handed my name badge. That's dedication. That means no matter what was gonna happen, it was me against the world. And my favorite, saying is me versus me. So when you learn me versus me, you look at life totally different. When you understand it's you versus you every single day. And that's the real key.
And I know you say like me versus me. I think sometimes a lot of people don't understand that concept. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have competition, but it's hard for them to help the next person up. I know it's not hard for you to do that. It's not hard for me to do that. But what do you say to somebody that has a hard time helping someone up along the way or on their journey?
Well, and this is what I say first of all. Before you get the helping hand, you need to really search for me versus me. Usually you don't need nobody to help you up. It's good to have advice, but you don't need the hand. You really can do it yourself. But you got to understand the principles of me versus me. When you understand that every day it's you against the world, you're going to make it happen. If that means that you ain't going to eat, your kids ain't going to eat, you're going to figure out, we are natural hunters by trade. So you're going to trade to get it done. You're going to figure it out. But most people just don't figure it out. That's the key.
That's good.
Yes. And my last question, is just, I know that we've talked and you was telling me about me stepping behind my brand. So
yes.
I know that's something that you've done. So what made you say, okay, I no longer want to be the face of my brand. I want to have other people be the face of it. would you suggest that people do that? Because I've had people come to me and say, hey, I want to start a business, but I don't want my face on it because people may not buy because it's me. So how do you say why you did it? But
that's not the principle why.
Go ahead.
The reason you step behind the brand because you want the brand to be for everybody, whatever brand it is. Whether it be, do you know what the owner of McDonald's looks like? Mm-mm. How about Burger King?
No.
How about, well, you might know Apple. You know Apple?
Yeah, we know Apple.
Okay. I mean, you got to look at this. These guys, women, okay, are behind their brands. They don't have to step in the front to make something happen. You don't have to be the spokesman of your own product. First of all, your product got to speak for itself.
Yes.
If your product is speaking for itself, ain't nothing you got to say.
True.
There's nothing for you to say.
True.
The luxury, the you know, whatever it may be, the quality is going to speak for itself. You know, it's cool to every now and again get on, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. This is my brand, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It's okay to do that. But not everything needs to have your face on it. Mm-hmm. Let the product speak. Let it breathe. Okay. And if you let the product breathe, you'll find out that people are more receptive to it.
Let the product breathe. I like that.
Yeah, you got to let the product breathe. It's key.
She always trying to find a quote in something.
Yeah, that's it.
Ridiculous.
You have to let the product breathe.
Let the product
breathe. Do anybody else have any more questions for him?
Oh yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead, Ron.
So I know I'm playing the background.
Man behind the camera.
No, so as far as like you say, you one day you at your job, you like, I don't want to do this no more. You grab the box, you tell your boss I'm leaving. I know that's a sense of relief because you feel like you walk into what you really want to do. So from a person that never had to take out a loan, get any PP, whatever loan from the government, anything like that, to support your business, how did you get the initial money to start a black luxury brand?
I'm glad you asked that.
Did you have initial investors?
No,
did you
I did
money
not.
saved?
So let me tell you what happened. So I knew I was going to leave. Mm-hmm. I knew it. And if it wasn't going to be for Iowa, it was going to be for something. Mm-hmm. I was always an entrepreneur, and I hated working for somebody else. So what I did was I used my 401k. I went hard in the paint, high stakes for 2 years, made enough money to get out of there, and I left. And when I left, when I got home, my wife told me, you the craziest man in freaking America for leaving your job. You've lost your mind. But guess what? It worked. You know why it worked though? Because I was determined not to go back.
Oh.
And to this day, I will never work for another man again in my life. Ever.
I'm trying to get to that point. I think for me as a woman, it's like I want to be that bold because I'm bold about a lot of things. I'm bold about messaging you and saying, hey, you got to give me a shot. Bold, I'm bold about all the opportunities I've ever encountered. But that one piece there is the only thing that I have not gotten to the point that I can say, you know what, I'm done. But I could tell you the 2.5 weeks I was off of work before I started my new job, it felt good to not have to answer to nobody. It felt good to be on my own schedule. It felt good to be able to handle business stuff that I couldn't get done because I'm tired from a long day. You know what I'm saying? It just felt really, really good. And so I don't know when I'll get to that point. I want to, but I don't know.
You know, I'm going to use a prime example. Think about COVID last year. God, that was all God's plan. I want you to think about it. What did you do in 2020 to set up 2021? That's the question. Any entrepreneur, any business that you see that went belly up in 2021, it's because they never sat down in 2020, starting February, to plan for 2021. That's what happened. You have to change some things.
Yes.
I can look in this room. I can monetize this room in minutes. You know, it's the key. People fear the unknown. Until you no longer fear the unknown, you'll never leave that job.
You know what? That's good that you said that because many people know I'm a nurse. For so long, my whole mindset was I got to make sure I show up for these people. And one day in prayer, God was just like, when you gonna show up for yourself? You do everything for everybody else. When you gonna do for yourself? So I told my daughter, I was like, you know what? I'm getting ready to do travel nursing. I said, I got to take this leap of faith. I said, I'm at first I was like, I don't know, because I'm scared what my boss and them gonna say. But when I tell you I prayed and God opened the door, I said, God, if this is the door I'm supposed to go in, make everything smooth, make the way straight. I went in, I turned my notice in. I'm like, I can't believe, I'm putting on my big girl pants. I had my paper said here. They're like, what's this? I said, today, this is gonna be my last day. They like, what? I'm like, yeah. I had talked to one of the workers there who I'm real close to, and I said, I got to do this afraid. I got to take this leap, because if I don't take this leap, I'm going to be stuck. I feel like I'm going to be stuck in this position for 10 more years or something. Mm-hmm. So I gave her my notice. My DON came in. No, she didn't come in. She called me, and she said, I'm not coming in today, but I heard that you had turned your notice in. I'm going to have to talk to the administrator. So it was all in God's planning, because when she didn't come in that day, I talked to the administrator myself, and the administrator said, you have all my blessings. She said, go for it. And I said, thank you, God, because had I not took those steps, I would be stuck. I'll be right where I was last week. But some things, that's why I was saying, you have to come out of your comfort zone. I keep telling people, this is the year to take the biggest leap. If you have to do it afraid, faith without works is dead. So you have to take those leaps of faith.
That's right.
And I believe that when you start taking your leaps of faith, you begin to understand your assignment. You begin to know what it is that you were purposed here to do.
Right.
Because it starts to flow.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Big time. You're exactly right. I mean, once you get no longer afraid of the fear. Mm-hmm. When nothing fears you. That's when you start to take those leaps of faith. And, as I was at that point where I wasn't feared by it anymore, and it was the best thing I could have ever done in life, because, if I would have stood there, I would have been on that job to this day, and it just wasn't for me. I had too many more skills that were not being displayed, so. It's okay. So I challenge you to take a leap of faith. I challenge you to do it. I'm challenging you right on your show. I challenge you to I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to take a leap of faith, and put the extra effort into what you're doing, and then watch what happens.
Okay.
It's key.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes, I love it.
Without question. You
we appreciate it.
We'll come. But I thank you so much for coming and just sharing your story and being motivation all the time. I definitely appreciate you for coming. And that's the end of the interview with Mr. David Ford. Make sure you guys follow him if you aren't already. Purchase something. His website is in his bio. So definitely purchase. And then also like him on my model page that's tagged in my bio. I believe I have his website on that page in my bio there. So, and I think that's Cashe's model page. I think that's the name of it. So on there I have the link there too, so you can purchase from there as well. So definitely stay in touch, stay in tune. He has so many great things coming up, so many people that are promoting his brand all over. So definitely stay in tune with him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And let me get my Instagram, Facebook, because she didn't do it her doggone self.
Well, come on.
So I'm gonna get my own.
And if you was on this live, you could have typed it.
So let me give
Put
it to y'all. No, I ain't typing it. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
Look, all y'all gotta do is go to David Ford Collection. # David Ford Collection, @David Ford Collection, whatever y'all want to do. The website is dfceyewear.com. Let me get some shout outs real quick before I go, because it's a whole bunch of people, big folks watching this thing. What's up to the Von Boozer twins? What's up? The Real J. Broxton, Paige, what's going on? We had a bunch of people on here today. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Dr. Kanisha, what's up? My boy from the D, what's going on, bro? What up, though? Joe Little. It's a whole bunch over there.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Alicia, how we doing? It's a whole bunch of people. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Look, that's all the time I'm giving. I didn't give all the game I'm gonna give.
Make sure your followers to follow me.
And follow Cashe. She gonna give y'all her information. Because I am not gonna say all that. People be having the dots and the periods, the underscores.
Yes, I do.
Look, I ain't doing all that. Look, okay, Mama V. She said Mama V. So
she need to change that to her Instagram name, because that's not it. Right now it's Veronica RN 45.
Can y'all make it easy for everybody, doggone, please?
But definitely if you type in, it's not that many Cashes in the world. I'm blessed to be like one of probably 10. So y'all can follow me at Cashe, CASHE __ Arrielle, ARRIELLE.
And y'all heard it
And
here
I
first.
am Veronica _ RN 45.
Yes.
Oh, and I also have Nurse Lab too.
Yeah, she has apparel for nurses.
So look, we doing all kind of entrepreneurship stuff in here right now. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all having me, man. First and foremost. And also, let me give a big shout out to Kid Capri. Y'all just wait and see what's going on with Kid Capri. It's going to be huge. Shout out to Keith Murray. That's about to be really huge.
Yes.
We got a lot of stuff in this can right now. I can't even divulge right now. Mom said surprises. It's a whole bunch coming that y'all ain't going to believe.
Let me tell you, I from looking, I can tell. I'm serious. Cashe, I tell you, I can sense it. It's like something. I'm like something major, big. I can feel it.
I appreciate
You
it.
just make sure when you do it and you bring it out, make sure you tell Mama B.
All right.
I feel it.
We going to make sure of that. And what else? I always like to lead with wherever I'm at with a word of wisdom for everybody.
Yes, go ahead.
So let me give y'all a word of wisdom before I get out of here, because I'm going to see my mama.
Yes. Hey, mama.
I'm going to say this to y'all, man. Stand strong in what you do.
Yes.
Stand true in your word. Make sure y'all get on those knees every day, man. If you want success, get on your knees.
Yes.
And make sure you pray for the things that you want, because God is definitely a deliverer.
Yes.
Whether you believe in my God or your God, I don't care what it is.
Yes.
Okay? But make sure you get on your knees and pray to that person, because that person delivered me to give me everything I wanted and more.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all make sure y'all stay praying for the people that's in these hospitals, in the nursing homes, the people that got COVID. I think we forgetting about that. Make sure everybody, man, stay safe. Do the things that's right now. I know they open things back up, but stay shut down for a minute. It's okay.
Yes.
Beyond that, man, just be true to the game. And when I say true to the game, that means true to you.
Yes.
And if you stay true to you, ain't nothing you can't do. You will always prosper.
Yes.
So that's it from your boy. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Hey. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
So if you guys did not know, we just wrapped up with Mr. David Ford.
Appreciate it.
We calling this episode freestyle because, honey, we did not prepare for this episode at all. He gonna get on camera. I'm sick of it. Stop. You on that camera over there, so we're good with doing that.
Camera whisperer.
Oh, okay.
He don't want to be on camera.
All right.
Right.
See you. Thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming.
much.
We appreciate
That camera
you.
still going?
Thank you.
Yes.
Going.
I'm out.
Be safe.
I'll see y'all.
Thank you. Take
See
care.
you.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so did you get the topics?
I finally got in my room.
Oh, you're in your room. So how does it feel For those that don't know, my mom, she is in Chicago. She started her travel nursing. So how has it been so far the last 24 hours?
First of all, let me tell you, everybody loves your mama. So the little man downstairs, little Mexico, whatever his name is, honey, at the desk, oh my God, he sung to me last night. But today, Miss Rose, she asked, Ebony went down there to see if they had started, was bringing the stuff up for the room or whatever. She said, where is Veronica? Oh my God, Veronica has this smile that changes the world.
Girl.
So you're saying your mother, they want me to stay here. So I don't know. I might have become Mexicano. I didn't know.
Girl, if you don't get off my face, I'm about to hang up on you. But did you get the topics?
Topics?
I told you don't.
If he's supposed to be, he better get it. Because Mel have her stuff together.
Do you have the topics? I told you to get. You said I got some topics. Now you talk about what topics?
Oh man, I feel horrible. Well, let's freestyle. You go over your topics first.
I don't got none.
You don't have any?
No, I didn't. Cause
I got one.
Cause just said let's freestyle.
Let's talk about.
If you start saying something out of order, I'm gonna hang up on you on here. So go ahead. I'm just letting you know.
Let's talk about what you get, what you want versus what you get. Let's talk about that.
What do you mean when you're talking about?
It could be a hairstyle. It could be a shirt. It could be anything. What you ask for versus what you get.
Okay, so tell us about a time where you got something, where you paid for something and got something else.
I can say other. Look, come on, don't let that hair drop in your eye, baby.
Rob, you laughing a little too hard.
You should bring my cousin on. You should bring my girl on.
Who? Girl, no, I'm not doing that. You messy. I want to go live on Facebook, but I don't know if it's gonna work right. Cause remember we tried to do that before. It didn't sound. The sound wasn't good.
I don't know. Try it. Let's try and see.
All right, let's see if I can do it. Let me see.
I got you. I can come up with some topics. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot we on camera still. They can edit that out.
I mean, we could do something. It's live, so it's uncut.
Uncut.
See, try to go live on here.
So,
I forgot we was. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to go live. You got some topics, or you trying to find some?
Yeah, you put me on blast.
No, we trying to go on Facebook Live. Why you calling?
oh, because you hung up on me.
No, I didn't. I said I'm gonna call you on.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Right, love you. Bye. I don't know if I can bring her. I hope it don't make a whole bunch of noise. Maybe if I add her on right when we first do it, it don't want to work like that. Let me see.
Dang, I'm ill prepared. I'm sorry.
So how you go from saying you had topics to now you ain't prepared? It's not funny. I'm about to go off.
You have to edit this part.
No, it's live, so
Live.
Get-
We already started.
get in the camera.
I don't want to be in the camera.
You're on that camera, so what
yeah, but
difference
that's a
do it
different
make?
camera.
You're ridiculous. I'm done.
You're trying to put me on camera.
Get on. What's the point if you on the podcast?
I'm the hidden guest.
No, you're not a hidden guest. Hey. This girl, she doing body armor.
Promo.
That's right. Why Robbie in on here acting like a camera whisperer?
Exactly. I told him, I'm like, you on camera regardless, so what difference does it matter?
So what's the problem?
Tell her what's the problem, Rob.
What's the problem with what?
You not getting on camera.
Don't get watch your tone. Watch your tone.
She said, watch your time. See, I was on camera. 2 seconds. Out.
2 seconds.
Okay, do you got these topics or not?
Do I have these topics or not?
Yes,
Yes.
let's go with these topics. You should be ready. Be ye also ready. And you did say you had topics.
I didn't know that was my job today. I thought I was behind the scenes.
Oh my God. This is what I have.
This one that
This
I
is what happens when I'm not in the city.
Oh, girl.
Oh
I
my
asked you this morning
goodness.
about this topic. But anyway, so, let's keep it going with the animal question. So, if you could be any animal, we're gonna keep it going. So, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be and why?
Whew, let's see. I'd probably be a bird.
What?
No, the reason why a bird is, I feel like a bird just can, travel and go anywhere, at their own discretion. So I just want to have that
Trying to take the
ability.
easy way out of everything.
You know what I
I'll
mean?
be a bird.
A bird. Yeah.
Why, what would you
She
be?
don't like
I
birds.
believe I can fly.
Well, yeah, there we go.
Mm.
I believe I can touch the sky. This dude said he'll be a bird.
He's right. What kind of animal would you be by?
I wouldn't be a cougar.
Well, what would you be? Get to the...
I would be. I was an animal. I probably would be a kangaroo.
She's not gonna be a kangaroo.
No, for real. If I was an animal, I would want to be serious.
Come on, you can come on the show anytime.
I would want to be an eagle. For real.
You want to be an eagle?
Yeah, eagle.
Okay, that's
She
no
talking about
different
me
than
being a
Rob.
bird.
Rob a bird, you an eagle. This the bird
No,
family.
you want to be an ordinary bird. I'm not an ordinary. I want to be an eagle. I'm not an ordinary bird. I can't fly around with pigeons. Like,
Dang.
I'm an eagle.
I ain't never seen a pigeon
But
fly.
I was
What is my auntie saying? She said, "Come on and have an ouch for your children." What is she talking about?
What?
She said, "Come on and have an ouch for your children."
Who said that?
That's what Auntie Javon said, and she said she's a blue. She said she's a bluebird.
Oh yeah, she'd be
Yeah,
a
a lot of people want to
See,
be a bird.
Tell
Not
him to
me.
define the bird he wants to be.
Have a pouch for your children. Oh, she
Oh,
said
that's
because you
right.
want to be a kangaroo.
That's right.
Kangaroo fly.
What animal would I be?
Well,
I think I would be. Oh, I'm trying to think. I think I'd be a monkey. No, I'd be a monkey.
No, you won't. And don't you ever come on here and say nothing like that. They called us that for years. You won't be a monkey. No.
Dad, she won't even let you be what you want to be.
Oh, Rob said you won't even let me be what I want to be.
Yeah.
I raised you to be a monkey.
Oh no.
I don't know what I want to be. I'm trying to think of what animal really like. I guess the goat.
Sheep.
That's what my sign say.
Hey, Sharky. Your sign said you're a goat.
That is the Capricorn sign. Is a goat.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Goats don't say bad. That's a sheep, ain't it?
Bad.
Yes, a sheep say bad.
Oh, that's a sheep. That's right.
Yeah.
Goat.
So I'm trying to think of something that's current that's going on.
Well, you got people getting their tax refund. You got the stimulus check coming. Like, you could ask a question, you know, about that.
About
like,
the taxes?
Yeah, like what people about to do with their money.
What you about to do with yours?
Pay my bills. What everybody else should be doing.
Okay. That's
What
so
you
easy
do? What
to
you
say.
gonna do with yours? You going on vacation? You buying? What you doing?
I'm paying bills.
What else you doing?
Investing in my store.
Oh, there we go.
Probably getting a new place. Who knows? I don't know. Girl. What you doing with yours?
Well, it seems to be that they said I made all this money last year. I'll probably be
You in a different test bracket. My auntie said accept her IG request.
Who?
My auntie Siobhan.
Who?
Yours.
No, in all seriousness, I'm going to work on getting my credit score numbers up and actually investing. You really sparked something when you talked about the stocks and the bonds. So kind of interested. I was telling you how my aunt did the CDs and different things like that. But just probably investing and saving. Yeah, not out here trying to buy no purses and all that. And I'm trying to build something.
Why are people buying purses?
I'm just saying, you know, people.
But you like for people to buy you
Some people
purses.
are financially responsible. Now let's be real.
Well, let's be real. You want people to buy you purses.
I do. That's a different thing, baby.
What's the difference?
Spend their money on the purses, but I ain't spending my own money.
Right now you did.
But yes, Ashley said better credit. Sharnice said talk about how do we feel about them not raising minimum wage? I mean, I
first of all, I think it's sad because minimum wage.
Minimum age?
Minimum wage.
Okay.
It should go up $15. I mean, the cost of living has gone up.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you I'm not being funny, if they came here, they probably appreciate there. The cost of it costs a lot here too. Everything is high price here.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about to the gas.
But that's how it is in Georgia. Like when I was just researching and even when I was filling out for applications, a lot of times I would find that they don't even pay as much as they pay here. They don't pay that much down in Georgia, but the cost of living is more. But they don't. But they don't want to pay people more. So that's why, you know, a lot of people like don't go down there until you have at least 1 or 2 jobs, or you know what I'm saying, because they rent is very, very high, like thousands of dollars just for a 2-bedroom, but they only want to pay you like $10 or $15 an hour, like, you know what I'm saying. So I did see that a lot when I was looking to apply to jobs down south. That was an issue, but
Yo, they're just lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to read y'all.
What did Sharnie say? Oh no, that's
Ashley, did you go yet?
And I had to change my career.
I mean, it's definitely good to be your own boss, but I think at the end of the day, you know, like David Ford was saying, y'all didn't get this. Well, some if y'all go on my timeline, y'all could see he went live from his page on Facebook for the interview. I was on Instagram, but like he said, like he pulled from his 401k. You know what I'm saying? But he had to stack that money for 2 years so that he could afford to walk away. Some people walk away and don't even have nothing in their 401k bank. You know what I'm saying? And then I've
Some
seen
people don't know what a 401k is. And it's something you should have.
She said, "Flip it, not your hair, your taxes." Oh, what did she talk about? I don't know.
That's what the hustler's doing.
Shavonda has,
Dope boy.
she's at Devontae, so she might have some dreams. I don't know what that's about, flipping and stuff.
You got your...
Huh?
No, I was asking Ashley. She said she's going to be driving trucks. I was just about to ask her, do she got her CDLs? Because she said they're not trying to pay her in her current field. She get paid good doing dialysis here. But down there, they not. I'm telling you, like, they really not trying to pay. You would really need to have, like, 2 jobs to make what Cleveland. That's one thing I can say. Cleveland does pay good. Out of state, not too much. I think it just depends on where you're going. But Georgia, for one, not paying.
I'm gonna say bless you.
But that's the reason why Georgia is a Black Wall Street. On every other corner, there's a black business.
Ooh, $1,500 for rent.
Yeah, they rent ain't no joke. I'm telling you, the cheapest I saw was like $1,200, and that was by College Park.
What you trying to say about college?
It's ghetto. Like, no, it's good.
It's time to go.
So, yeah, it's bad. I want to get into stocks and stuff like that. One of my friends, he sent me a email with like a literature or some templates or something on it, because people make it sound so hard to get into it.
It's not hard, but you got to know what you get.
Yeah, you got to know when to do it, when to put money in, when not to put money in, and stuff like that.
That's why it's very good to read. Please read, because people not reading these days. That's how you get Gorilla Glue in your head. Don't come up. You got to read.
Girl, you want to talk about the Gorilla Glue girl? Let's talk about her. Okay.
Talk about her. I just think people.
I think everybody do stuff. I think everybody. She knew what she was doing though, because right after that, she had a manager. She had a whole team, a whole staff team to help her boost her career. So sometimes you gotta just use the Gorilla Glue.
That's right. I think they should make Gorilla Glue for people with dentures for real, because that's some powerful stuff. It works. It really does. It really does. But no, in all seriousness, I think people don't read. It's important to read. It's important. That's how you really know how to invest. Read Wall Street. I'm like that before. A lot of people don't want to read because they are lazy. It's too much. If they see a long paragraph, I'm not reading that. Let me skip to what I really need. And when you start missing out on things because you're skipping over stuff, you really need to read.
Okay, so
I found this out.
Oh yeah, so I don't know if y'all talked about this, but the Youngstown woman that was charged for like child endangerment for leaving her kids in the hotel while she went to work. Like, how do you guys just feel about that? Like, have you ever? I'm sure a lot of us have been young and parents working multiple jobs, and we real young and we got left at home and. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I feel like this. Society has made it to where back in the day, parents could work either first shift or they could work or nights. But now you're forced to work any shift that they give you, and so you're forced to sometimes you're forced to leave your kids at home. You are forced to either bring them with you. You don't really have a choice, because let's be truthful. It's more people out here. It's a lot of parents out here on drugs. There's a lot of parents who are single parents in a home, and they don't have the option of somebody watching their kids. You're your only option. So I feel like she had to do what she had to do. It wasn't like she was going out to a bar. She wasn't going out to kick it. She was going to work to meet a need for her family. And because she did that, listen here, Blondie, I'm talking. She was forced, she was forced into a decision. It was a young man who reached out to her, and I believe they gave her, I think she ended up, now she has $100,000 he blessed her with, because you shouldn't have you really shouldn't have to make a choice like that, whether to go to work or I got to call off because somebody can't watch my child.
Right.
But that's the way society has made it, to where you have to make decisions about things. But like I said, she wasn't like she was going out kicking it. She wasn't going out buying no drugs. She was going to provide for her family.
I see. I know you asked how old the kids were. The kids were 9 and 3. So more.
It's funny. My mother left us at home. Me and my sister had a key, and Stacy was 6 years old. I was 5. When we left school and from daycare, they dropped us off. We just knew not to open the door, but my mom, she had to do what she had to do to take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 9 times out of 10, whoever reported her or whatever is somebody she knows. I feel like she worked at a pizza. Is it the one pizza parlor?
Yeah, that's right.
She worked at a pizza parlor, so I'm sure she's not making that much money to be able to afford rent, daycare, and other things. And the 9-year-old, I feel, was more than capable of keeping the kids at home. Oh, Ashley said her kid's dad called. But this is my thing. He's a butthole, because if all that time you spent calling, you could have been watching the kids, or you could have been there with the kids. So you probably told her, no, you're not going to watch them. She didn't have a choice, and now she's in jail. So what, are you going to watch them now?
You watch the kids, exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like, you probably told her, no, you're not going to watch the kids. And then she took matters into her own hands and did what she had to do so she wouldn't lose her job. Then you call the authorities on her, so now she she might lose her job. Who knows? Lose her job. Got to go back and forth to court about this. Might lose her kids, but you probably ain't even told them, hey, I'll take them in. You just did it out of spite.
Out of spite.
Auntie Shavon said Landry was about 10 when I left him for the first time. He knew not to answer the door or phone. Mommy left me home by myself around the same age on North Boulevard.
Girl, you ain't got to put our street out there, North Boulevard. She left me. Girl, bye.
Okay, so somebody paid for her house, Ashley said. Somebody said now she has a house paid for. Because a lot of people was petitioning for her. Because, I mean, let's be real. Everybody's parent done left them at home because they working 2 jobs, or they come home for like 20 minutes, change clothes, and go back out to another job.
You turned out fine.
Girl, I mean, we not gonna get into what I was doing when you would leave me at home.
Yeah, you turned out great.
But I mean, well, that was in high school. I was in high school when I was doing what I was doing. But that's nevertheless.
I'm talking about, I left you home. I'm talking about you being at home and being responsible. You're not even. That's thrown into the sea of forgetfulness, baby. You're not even gonna bring that up. Like,
Queen is so annoying. He gonna say you just spit.
You know what?
He gonna say I just spit because I did. I was talking or laughing, and he gonna say you. Is it on? I'm sorry.
You spit on this. Wait, look at you messing up. We can't see.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Only Quentin.
Quentin, be quiet. This not the camera that's gonna be on YouTube, anyways. This is a luxury for y'all. Like David Forrest said, this is luxury.
Oh, it's Black History Month. Talk about Black History Month.
It's the last day of Black History Month. We talked about Black History Month 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
You want to talk about it again?
Yeah.
Which one to talk about?
If you had it tuned in, you would know that camera whisperer. I'm sick of it.
Oh God! Has to give it.
Girl, don't try to come on here and throw shade. Shorty.
I'm not gonna say don't feel bad, Cashe. Really had to get picked up from Sour City. No, okay. I'm gonna just tell y'all what I did because it's funny. Tell David before I'm trying to be a model. He left. You should have been out here earlier.
Tell Robert doing modeling. Tell Robert he right there.
Robert got his model outfit on. He was ready. That's why he was asking all the questions.
You know what? Black people are something.
Stop it.
That's why I like what Louis Polly said. Y'all trying to throw so much shade, baby. I ain't ashamed of nothing I did.
Get on the damn camera. Now you about to make me cuss.
But guess what? I turned out okay, baby.
Look,
So don't try to ever throw shade on me. Please believe. Cause I can throw some dirt on some of y'all, but I choose not to. So baby, don't ever think what you can throw my past up because.
Why is you laughing, Quentin? Y'all is getting on my nerves. Y'all not gonna bring y'all drama to my podcast. Every time we on live on Facebook, it's a problem. I'm going back to Instagram. We don't have these issues on Instagram.
Now, come on. My test became my testimony, and I'm standing here.
Oh, girl, now I'm hanging up. Bye. I'm just playing. But I don't know. We didn't get to. You wasn't on the last podcast, so I'm gonna ask you: what does Black History means for you? Like, what does it mean for you?
What, the month or Black History in general?
In general, why would a month matter?
What is Black History? I mean, Black History obviously is celebrated every day because a lot of things that are norms for us, it was created by Black people. Like simple stuff like washing your hands, like hand soap. Just so much peanut butter. Just simple things. So, what? Why are you laughing? What's so funny? It's so funny. It's
because that was what you say. So
I'm just saying.
Then you said peanut butter.
I'm just saying. This is why I want to be on camera.
Whatever.
You make it. I'm bullied.
But come on,
I'm
for
being
real.
bullied. I'm being bullied.
You said we no, but that is
Making me hot.
true. Black people has invented a lot of things.
Peanut butter.
What?
I want to hear about the peanut butter.
What? George Washington Carver?
Peanut butter and jelly. You know what, Leah?
My auntie gonna say, "Preach, sir." He got a deacon voice. She said, "You got a deacon
A
voice."
deacon voice? I don't know.
Finish talking about the peanut butter.
Okay, so what does Black History? Okay, you said the hand soap, the peanut butter, and what else?
What you mean? What else? What does it mean?
Like, what does it mean for you? Do you feel like it really makes a difference for us? Like, do you feel like we should only have 1 month, or do you feel like it's something that should be celebrated all the time?
I think it is celebrated. I just think that the world just don't know exactly how many things we have done for like the world in general. Things we created, ideas we come up with, a lot of stuff. So unknowingly, they're celebrating Black History because everything we've done is in every part of society and history. So that's how I feel.
I don't know. I said for me, I don't.
Why is Robert whispering? That's how I feel. Like,
am I whispering?
He's not whispering to me. He's loud and clear over here.
I thought the mic pick up everything. We need. See, that's why
that's how I feel. Like you about to sing a R&B song.
Oh no.
Leave Rob alone. She's discerning these comments and somebody tried it already. Leah, oh my God.
Leah, I love her. Thank you, Leah.
Quentin, don't get on my live for one, because you fake. You know another kind of event we could do? We just freestyling today because we really did not come up with a lot of things for today. I think it's more fun that way when we just talk about random stuff.
Cashe, it was Black History Month and you tried to... What?
Who tried to flex on you? You ain't even talk to me. You was being mean to me.
So you saying like current events?
Yeah,
so
like just
about,
something. It could be anything.
What, D'Angelo and Friends? Did anyone watch that?
Say, Father God, in the name of Jesus.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, we bless you.
I felt that. I'm lifting my hand.
Y'all is so crazy.
Y'all do look like y'all do look like the pastor and the only lady.
Yeah. I can't, but nevertheless,
y'all do look like the people that come on lives and y'all getting ready to do the prayers together. Like, come on.
My auntie said Versus was good last night. I didn't have my contacts in. I rubbed on your scalp and was like, hey, Cashe. First of all, don't try to be cute because you didn't touch my head at all. He was like he rubbed my scalp. So like he didn't have his contacts. Ooh, I'm not even gonna go there. But anywho, how was D'Angelo? Because I didn't get the chance to watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
I know you.
I was hoping. Oh, you know it.
So anyway, girl, we was watching. What was the movie?
It didn't sound like he said y'all was watching anything. He said he was what?
He said he was watching the movie.
No, he whispered something. I didn't hear what that other part was.
What you whisper, Rob? You whisper something? What was we watching? What was the movie?
Look, he can't even get the line. He was watching something.
He was watching a movie. Stop it.
I can't lie to your mother.
Are we there yet? That's what we was watching. We was watching Are You There?
Yeah,
what a coincidence. Are we there yet?
Well, that's what we was watching.
I'm going to leave that
I
alone.
got that quick.
I'm trying. Rob got on one of the jogging outfits right now.
You want me to stand up?
Yeah, stand up, Rob. Show them.
Let's see.
Yes.
Got this on.
Yes, Rob.
Now, I'm going to go like this.
Do like this. Do like.
No.
Oh, do what?
Y'all is right. I'm
I didn't
done.
know.
She wants you to jig.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Let me sit down. Let me sit down.
I did tell you, Quentin. I got him up here.
Quinn only rock with us on certain days.
Well, don't tell him that. He gonna go off.
I want him to go off.
Don't go off. Go up.
That's right. Let's go up and talk about it. Because Quentin.
They calling you Deacon Robert because of your voice.
That's funny.
I didn't get to watch D'Angelo, which I'm salty about. But because I love D'Angelo. What's your favorite D'Angelo song?
Brown Sugar.
Mine is How Does It Feel?
Oh, why is that?
You need to stop.
How does what feel?
I don't know. Ask D'Angelo.
I'm just trying to, because I haven't heard it. I definitely like Brown Sugar, but how does it feel?
How does it feel?
What?
Girl, I like that, and I like the other song. It'd be like, "You're my lady." Oh, that's my favorite one. "You're My Lady" is my favorite.
Stop sounding like you're typing on the computer.
"You're My Lady" is my favorite. That's my favorite song.
That's right. Discern her countenance. Mm-hmm. How does it feel?
Countenance.
How does it feel? What? How does what feel?
Rob, what was he talking about on that song?
No,
Ooh.
now you want to throw Rob into it.
D'Angelo, How Does It Feel?
Well, yeah, I want to hear this. What was he talking about, Robert?
Rob said he never heard the song.
I'm not a D'Angelo fan. Never heard the song. What she saying?
Girl, you can stop. You can stop all of that, because ain't nothing going on.
I didn't know what's going on.
Oh boy.
Any other topics you want to talk about?
I'm looking on Shade Room because they always got some messy stuff on there.
Yeah, that's what Justin said. He be looking on.
They always got some messy stuff.
Well, you ain't got no topic?
I want to talk about how does it feel. I want people to chime in because I want to know what the song, how does what feel.
Who you want to say it? Ain't nobody online.
I don't know. Robert keeps going.
He's looking for topics. He's not paying attention. Mm-hmm.
So, how many people are going to take a faith leap this year? Let's see. Let's talk about that. How many people going to step out of their comfort zone this year? And you know what? I'm really praying so hard that Siobhan breaks out of her comfort zone this year and opens up her cleaning business. I really do.
Yes. Yeah, she do need to open up her cleaning business. Where everybody
Little blurred cleaning business.
Where's she at? She didn't know. He says 4 people on.
I don't know.
No, she's back.
Oh, there she go.
Oh, I see. I got a question. It says it's on the Shade Room. It says, why do girls think you got to pay the bill to be their man? And it said, let's figure this out. So how do y'all feel about a man and a woman paying? Like, if 2 people are dating, like, who should take the bulk of the paying when it comes to going out and stuff like that?
First of all, Robert, you would know we talked about this on our last podcast. I don't think you're tuning into the podcast, and it's showing.
He do tune in.
So bring me up to speed.
But no, that wasn't the question.
Girl, stop trying to take up for Robert.
That was not the question. I brought up the fact that the man took the lady. The one, remember the video showed me where the dude kept inboxing the girl.
You remember?
He showed me. That's how I knew about it. I said it on the podcast. Remember, you showed me the video of the light skinned guy and that lady. And he walked away from the table. Yeah, got it. So the question was, like, should she had to pay for? Should the bill have been split, or he as a man had take on the bill because he asked her out? So, I mean, it's the same difference. However, they're asking, why do women think that a man is supposed to? I don't think that a woman thinks that. I think it's expected. But I don't think that a woman just automatically thinks, oh, he gonna take care of this. I know me firsthand. I always keep money with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what dates I was on or whatever, I always have my own money. Because you never know. Because there are some people who, what do they call it? It's not courting. It's something. It's the opposite of courting. What is it called? Start with a D. What is it? What's it called?
It starts with a D. I want to know what it's called.
You need to relax. You know what I'm talking about?
Dating.
Dutching or Dutching?
Oh, going Dutch.
Yes.
Going Dutch.
Okay. Like, yeah. So why are you cracking up? Like, what's funny? So I know some guys who say they go Dutch. You know, when they go out on dates, they let a woman know up front, you're going to pay for your meal, I'm going to pay for my meal, and that's that. And then there's some guys who, just because that was something they were taught, or that's just what they pride themselves on, or to make themselves feel like a man, they take the lead by paying the bill. But I don't think that it's a woman thinks a man is supposed to do it. But there are some women who probably do feel like a man is supposed to do it because of how they were raised. If they always seen their father taking care of the bills, then that's what they expect. Again, that's the expect word. Expect their other half or whoever they're dating to do the same. Go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like this. I feel like sometimes the guy can pay and sometimes you can pay. I mean, if it's brought up front saying Dutch or whatever, you pay for your own, fine. But I don't see anything wrong with a woman paying sometimes. I don't see what's wrong with a man. Now, if you always going on a date and that man is always like, oh, I forgot my wallet or whatever, then something's wrong. But I think it should be a balance. I think either way, the man can pay sometimes and the female. I don't have a problem with that. It's called balance. I don't have a problem with that.
What you think?
I call and be like, hey, let's go out to eat. My treat. I don't think a man should always have to pay.
I think dating for like a man can get really expensive, especially if he's not exclusive with like one woman. So he taking multiple women on dates. Whether
That's
it's
under your throat.
So I think for the man that's like dating, trying to find the right woman, for itself. It can get really expensive. You just got to be really careful and kind of weed out, the women that you're taking out, because you don't want to be a meal for a bunch of different people.
They so messy. She like Kisto to Texas.
So my question to you is,
they crazy.
do y'all,
girl, what?
do y'all split? Do you treat sometimes, or do you treat sometimes? I mean, it's a balance, right?
Interview.
So what's the rate? I mean, I would make it a more percentage. Like, most of the time we go out, who you say we will pay? Most of the time we go out. Oh, okay. So I think it's broken
Don't
down.
Say,
like, what do you think the split is? Like, how often?
But
like, what would you say? Because I think it's broke down.
Like Cashe think her split is if she cooks for you. That's her split. Here, I'm gonna cook for you.
No, because I have my share of things that I do for Rob, and he has his share of things he do for me. However, girl, what did you talk about? We not talking about nothing sexual. Get your eyes together. I'm not gonna be discussing my sexual business on podcasts. Okay. So what I'm saying is, like, when we went out with the kids, we split that because it was it was a huge bill. But like, if we go out to eat, he'll pay or I'll pay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't treat him out, and he treat me out.
I think it should be, that's what I say. I think it should be even. I don't know. It's just to dating and all that kind of stuff. I think people make more of it than what it should be. I just, like I said, I don't mind paying sometimes. If the guy likes to pay, that's good. But sometimes the woman can treat. But I have a question for what I think people read too much into dates. Like, you can have simple dates, picnic, different things like that. I think people think you spending money summarizes a date. Some dates you don't have to spend money. Some dates it could be a movie night at your house, or a picnic, or
she's crazy.
I think what social media celebrities that living life on like the highest that creates like what people think is the norm for like dates. So when you see like a celebrity, Michael B. Jordan takes Lori Harvey on like a boat and stuff like that for like Valentine's Day. Most of us are, on social media, so we see that and feel like we got to get something close to it. So basic stuff like a picnic or just watching Netflix, going to see a movie, that's by society. It's like that's not enough. You need to do more. You need to, or even when someone gets married or engaged. And you see the celebrity with the big old diamond ring or the big, you know what I mean? So anything a normal person that has a normal salary could offer, their lady or something like that, it seems like, well, that ain't enough. It's not big enough. People are constantly judged on, things that they do. So, it's a lot to do with social media and, everybody having a comparison lifestyle.
Me, I just think you can create. You can create your own date. I think, like you said, people are so busy trying to live like the Joneses that it'd be the simple things, it'd be the little things. But I don't know, these new age dating folks, I don't know, it's just a different breed. I do feel like guys don't do the opening of the doors for females. You don't see that anymore. You don't see a lot of guys buying flowers for the females anymore, or because it was a time guys bought candy and flowers. You don't see that anymore. I think, and it's because some people don't hold people accountable, or should I say, they don't make them. I don't want to say make them, but they should show them like, hey, you should want to open the door for me. But if you don't show somebody that you're worth that, they're not gonna do it.
I think it's two factors to that, because the first thing with that is, for one, has a guy ever seen that done? Because even though some things are supposed to be common sense, some people it was never done. And if they seen that their mom was okay with their dad not opening up the door, or their male family members not opening up the door for their female family members, then they feel like, okay, Jesus, sorry y'all, they feel like that's okay, like I don't have to do that. And then the other aspect, like in our situation where I will always grab the door and he'll stop me, like, no, like, don't grab. But that's because for so long I've opened my own door, so it was like something that I had to get used to.
That's good. But
not opening up my own door, or not trying to be the first one to the door, letting him open up the door for me. So I think it could be a two-part thing, whereas a woman might continuously keep opening up the door, or trying to open up the door to the point that God might be like, okay, well, when I tried to open up the door for the last woman, she always kept trying to open up the door, so now they don't know if they should open it or not. But I think it's simple things that you can discuss with whoever you're dating, like, I want you to open up my door, or this is, you know what I'm saying, just certain clear expectations. Is, you know, it's things that you can definitely discuss with a person. You don't necessarily have to, oh, I'm not going to go out with this person no more, or I'm blocking this person, I'm not going to talk to them. What, you blocking?
Oh, no, I just wanted to make a comment about opening doors and flowers and stuff, because just me in general, like, just moving around places, going into restaurants, different like businesses and stuff like that. Sometimes you like hold a door for like a woman, and she won't say thank you. She won't.
Are you
like?
I'm not saying
No, I'm not saying
okay.
in general. So I think guys in general build some type of resentment. Like if you hold the door for 8 different women and none of them say thank you or something like that, well, you're gonna be more reluctant next time to not, hold the door for them. Same thing with like flowers or something like that. If you get a girl flowers and they don't show the appreciation, you're like, well, why am I getting flowers? Not specifically to the person that you're dating, but people in general. If
that
they
you
don't
dated in the past.
Yeah, if they don't show like, okay, this is important as far as flowers and stuff like that, you more reluctant the next person you're dating to not get the flowers. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't live. You can't group everybody in the same group though. But I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Also, too, it don't even necessarily got to be flowers, because some people, like she said, it's better to discuss those things because somebody might be allergic to flowers. But I just know back in the day, guys used to bring flowers and candies. It was a time that guys really came to the door to meet like your parent or whatever. But it's just like, I don't know, it's just a whole age. And like you said, I
remember they date. I remember when they went out on a date. I think they went to go see PJ Morton.
Who?
Siobhan and Quinn.
Oh.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
But
I think it also has to do with, like you said, the upbringing and the teaching. Because if you have never been taught or seen that, you don't know to do it.
I don't know. I like I said, I think it definitely depends on the person. I remember I might say thank you too many times or too much sometimes. What you think? Do I say thank you a lot?
A lot, yeah.
Okay. I think I say it a lot. So I'm asking him because he might not think I'm doing it a lot, but I personally feel like I do, and that's because
no. I believe I raised you.
Oh my God! Look, this lady can't let me say what I'm saying. Yes, you raised me to be appreciative, but the reason why I might overly say thank you to him or show my appreciation is because in a past relationship, it was said that I didn't, even though I would say thank you, they felt like I should just be like doing cartwheels and jumping up and down. Like it was a certain way they wanted me to show appreciation because people from their past.
So I can go see them because I
Girl, I'm not about to say no names. you know, but because I wasn't like saying thank you in the way they wanted me to say thank you, it was like, oh, I don't appreciate it, or they were saying like they couldn't read me. And I was, like I said, trying to find things or characteristics in me that really wasn't there, like negative characteristics, not even searching for good ones, just searching for bad ones that they couldn't find. And, because of past relationships they were in. So I think a lot of times you just have to be very, very careful when you're dealing with past situations and going to new ones. Just be very mindful and take good notes. on what you can improve on, whether it's yourself or how you or what you expect from the next person, whether it's you need to set boundaries for the next situation you're in, not necessarily putting anybody in a box or making them feel like they got to operate a certain way because of what another person did, but just don't allow yourself to accept some of the negative things you may have accepted in the past, or how you can be different. Can you show more appreciation?
People don't want to work on themselves. They that's the thing.
Yeah, so it's a process, it's a process or whatever. But I think that's a lot of times why a lot of situations don't work, when people really don't take the time. They, this is another thing. When I was dating, like, I would be like, when people would be like, they only tell me all the negative things that their past person did. Like, they never had any good stories to say. And it's like, okay, so you never did nothing bad. It was just always that one person. That also made me be like, okay, yeah, I don't know. Like, you telling me that you had no faults or you couldn't find nothing. Because no matter what, in any situation that ends, whether it's on a good note or a bad one, everybody plays a part. So it's something that you could have said differently to change something you could have done differently, that could have changed the situation. So that's why I feel like you definitely have to be open-minded and not always blaming the opposite person, because then you start noticing, like, all the stuff they were saying they past did, they was doing, like they start doing it to you. Like, okay, you told me this person was doing this to you, but now I'm seeing you doing it to me. So you just gotta really get to know people, basically.
Y'all really look like a ministry team.
I cannot. Stop it.
But no, I'm serious. That's very good, because a lot of times people can point the fingers at somebody else and they never want to look and examine themselves. It's most of the times, if you think about it, it be you. Mm-hmm. And when you constantly saying this person did this and that, most of the time it is you. So you have to do a self-check, a self-evaluation. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't want to do that.
What's another thing we could talk about? Rent. That's another topic that people love to talk about. Why do people feel like it's not supposed to be 50-50? Like, it's supposed to be the man paying all of the bills and the woman does XYZ with her money and only pay like the smallest utility bill there is, and then he pays everything else, and then still want the man to take care of their lifestyle. Like, I don't know why that's a thing.
I feel like this. I know on the podcast we talked about it, but Booker T. Sanders showed us what a man's role in the house was, and literally he paid the bills, he paid the rent, he bought groceries. My mother, like I said, my mom only had to work because she wanted to. She didn't have to. She wanted to. And he when he cashed his check, he gave it to my mom to pay the bills. But he understood the role. I'm the head of my house.
You feel like
we're not roommates. I'm taking care now.
So you feel like a man should pay. So you feel like the man should pay all the bills.
I know. I feel like this. It's a partnership. I feel like if you're the man of the house, you're leading. You're leading. I feel like we're not roommates. Now we come into this agreement, like he say, you know what? I'm gonna pay the rent. You worry about this, the car insurance or whatever. That's fine. Mm-hmm. I just feel like nowadays people are living like they roommates. So
you saying you feel like all the bills come in? He should say
the bills are different. Now I can say this: bills are different now than they were back.
Sure.
Yeah. So my thing is like, so you're saying like ideally, if you were in a situation, relationship, and you were living with your mate, do you feel like he should say,
know me though.
I'll take care of the rent, and then you take care of. I'll take care of the rent, and you take care of the lights, the gas, and the cable bill, and I'll take care of the more major bill.
What car notes, car insurance, like life expensive. Like,
so
life is expensive. So my thing is this.
So what we doing?
So what do you think?
I'm not gonna let. I'm not type of person. I'm not about to let you struggle. I'm not. If we can build, if we are one and we are building together, I'm not about to. I'm not gonna allow you to have all those responsibilities on your shoulders when you truly trying to build with somebody. Now you have some people who are like, my check is my check, and they gonna pay this, this, and that. No, if my man is showing me that he can lead and he's leading, oh, I 100%, I'm gonna help you, and I'm not about to sit here and put out all these bills on you because you're leading in this house. No, we're building something together. But at the same time, you just have some people, like I said, they feel like, oh, we roommates, and you gonna pay this, and we gonna split everything down the middle. I just think, to me, like I said, I believe in building. So we're gonna take this money. We're gonna pay rent. We're gonna itemize our bills and put them together. We're gonna help each other. I'm not gonna put all this responsibility on you.
What you think, right?
I'll say that. I wouldn't do that.
Right. Yep. So I think we just got to go through like a little bit of a history lesson, because what I heard was like back in the day, like how family dynamics was. It was that a man take care of the bills, the woman raises the kids and take care of the household. But what started happening was like men start going to jail, men start dying earlier than women, so a lot of widows. We got men joining the army, different services of the military. So the man was removed from the household, whether it was incarceration or being drafted, dying early. So a lot of the women had to go and work and try to provide for like the family. So they almost was conditioned to be in a role as a man would be in a family dynamic. But only problem I have with a woman staying at home raising kids, it's hard to develop skills, it's hard to develop relationships, business relationships outside of the family. If you're always raising the kids, cooking, cleaning, doing those type of things, you're not able to like develop yourself. So if the husband does exit the household, you're not able to make up the difference from the man not being there. So a lot of families have been broken by like mass incarceration or the man dying early. I just know personally, I know a bunch of situations where men were paying the bills and doing everything for the household. They managed the bank accounts, anything associated with finances. The man died and the woman didn't know how to pay bills, didn't develop any skills to get a job. Jobs are based off knowledge, skills, experience, and they didn't have those. So no one wants to hire you when you don't have the skills. You know what I mean? And then they feel it's too late to go to school. Look, I'm 50 years old. I got to go to college or learn a trade or anything like that. So it mess up the dynamics of the family. So I know plenty of people got probably a response for that.
I don't know. So I'm gonna say this. I've been working since I was 14 years old. My mom always instilled in us, you don't depend on a man. Not saying that in a disrespectful way or a negative way. She taught us how to, if the man was to walk away, if the man did die, or whatever the situation was, you have to be able to stand on your own feet. So I've been working since I was 14 years old. I understand.
See, you taking the word in.
Hello?
Ma. Hello, what?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Because you hear an echo. You hear an echo in the back.
I don't know, but we can hear you perfectly fine.
Oh, okay. But like I said, I've been working since I was 14, and my mom taught us how to. We went to school. Go make something of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if the man did walk away, or if he did die, you know how to handle. You'll be able to stand and be able to handle taking care of your bills. she didn't raise us to say you don't need a man. That wasn't the case, but she did raise us to say you don't depend on one, because a man can walk away, a man can die, anything can happen. You have to be able to manage and be able to take care of yourself. So I don't understand some of these women now, and it is sad that some of them don't know about working or whatever, because they were taught to, this man gonna take care of you. So now this man is gone and they clueless. But
I believe what Leah said is fact. I think that it just goes by your household, and also like Mrs. Craig said, you definitely have to. It's about what you guys are bringing to the table at the time, because one person might be making more money than the other. One person may not be able to work at all, and it could just be not because of personal reasons, just because they don't want to. It could just be medical issues or anything. You never know. Things happen. Layoffs, especially with COVID. I know a lot of family dynamics shifted a lot last year.
But can I say this?
Go ahead.
I think it all has to do with a mindset as well, because you have some people that are moochers. Like you said, you will have some people who are out here who it is medical, who has been laid off, but you have some people who are gold diggers, who are moochers that don't care. Oh, you gonna take care of me. But then, like I said, when that person is removed from that house, what do you have? So that moocher goes on to be a moocher to somebody else, because they don't know how to maintain. They don't have the capacity to hold a job. They don't have the capacity to handle finances or whatever, because their mentality was, oh, this man is supposed to take care of me.
Mm-hmm. So
it's all in your upbringing. You got to make sure that you had a parent that poured into you and say, no, baby, this is how it should be. You work, you go to school, you learn a trade, you build something so that you will have something for yourself. Now, if the man was to walk away, you don't have that to worry about. Yeah, you might miss him or whatever, but you know how to stand on your own 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
These new generation women, some of them don't know how to stand on their own 2 feet, because their mentality is, I need the bag. I need you to take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
So their mentality is it's a mind thing. It's a mentality, and it's all where your mind is.
Now, what I can say is, over the last year or two, almost 2 years, I've seen the shift of women starting to take the lead when it comes to like owning businesses, becoming their own boss, and things like that. I mean, it's even stated in statistic numbers that women, especially Black women, are definitely starting their own businesses and things like that. And I think that that's something me and Rob talk about all the time, that I think that men should start creating their own businesses and creating more legacies and things like that for their families. And I will say, like, maybe before last year or whatever, or the year before last, I used to see a lot of women saying like, yeah, I need a man. If you ain't got no bag, you can't talk to me and stuff like that. A lot of them don't understand that these people that they see on these Instagrams and Facebooks and stuff like that are getting money from these guys, majority of these women, they already have businesses and money themselves. So it's not like they sat at home and then this rapper guy just came and just started giving them money. These women was already brand ambassadors. They was already having their own hairlines. They was already selling their own lip glosses. You know what I'm saying? They was already doing things prior to, which makes these rappers give them more money. Now there is some guys that will just, they feel they like a woman to need them, or they like a woman to want them to be taken care of, because that's something that, like I said before on previous podcasts, they can hold that money over a woman's head, and that allows them to go out and do whatever they want to do. And they feel like, oh, I can go out and deal with 10 women, come back home to you the one who's going to make sure I'm fed, you're going to make sure that my bathwater is ran, because I'm giving you this money. You know what I'm saying? However, that's why a lot of times women who do have like their own businesses or have their own money, it's harder for them in the dating world, because they'll start talking to a guy will then feel like, well, she don't need me, you know what I'm saying? So then they won't date them, you know what I mean? So I think that it just, and I said this before, I've said it on Clubhouse, I think that it just depends. Usually a real man, if they see that a real woman is making efforts to do what she needs to do to make a better life for herself, her family, or whatever, that's going to make them want to take care of you, or not even necessarily take care of you, but be there for you in a sense that if you need me, I'm here, like type of ordeal. Not just someone who's sitting at home just waiting for somebody to go pay all their bills, get them food and stuff like that, like not making no type of move for themselves at all. So I don't know, it's just it's different. It's different types of men, there's different types of women.
Exactly. I think we as women, we don't need a man. We want a man. But I think sometimes men are, and it could be vice versa for men too, are intimidated by a woman that works, a woman that really handles her business. And they rather deal with the one that's weak-minded, that's not going to hold them accountable. Whereas I'm out here and I'm busting my butt to build something. And if you can't appreciate that, then maybe we are not a match for one another, because my whole objective is for us to build, to, like he said, to leave an inheritance, a legacy, not just financially, but I just think they'd rather deal with the weak, with a person that's not going to hold them accountable, and that's not going to tell them, hey, this not what I want. They would rather deal with what we call them, the $40 girls, the ones who need the $20 and $40. No, I work hard. Honest to God, and I really do. I work hard. And I refuse to allow anybody to come in and discredit me for working hard and for wanting more. I want more. I don't want a person just to lay in my bed. I want somebody I can build with. Build our bank accounts. Let's do, you know what I'm saying? Let's grow together. But some of these people, though, they don't hold these men accountable. Sometimes these men don't hold women accountable, because it's women out here that do guys the same way.
Yeah, but I also,
it's just not the guys. It's females who do what guys do too.
Yeah, and that's true. Another thing that me and Sharon have talked about before is just guys leading with their pockets a lot. You know what I'm saying? You'll never find a woman leading with their pockets, because that's not something that a woman does. However, there are women out here who the things that they require, they cannot give in return. And that's the same, and it's also the same for men as well. But my thing with when it comes to women doing that to men, I just feel that for so long, men have led with their pockets. They're out here flashy with their jewelry. They go out to these clubs or bars. They buying everybody 3 and 4 rounds of drinks, then going home broke. Ain't paid for their kids stuff, you know what I'm saying? Why did you have it? But it's the truth, you know what I mean? Like, just out kicking it, having a good time, and their responsibilities not taken care of. But they want all these women in the club to think like, oh, that's the one with the money, that's the one that got the money. And I've been there before, where I was dating a guy that women swore up and down had a whole bunch of money, but he was always borrowing money from me, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you definitely can get bamboozled in these clubs and in these 2-hour spots where you only know somebody for about 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes 2 hours in the club, and you get tricked out your spot.
Social media.
Yeah, social media for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think like a person is living a certain type of way, and it's not that, like, so I think that you definitely have to make sure that you're doing your research with people, not just trying to be after people, because it goes both ways. If you always chasing after somebody for money and then you end up with the short end of the stick, you can't blame nobody but yourself. If you always trying to flash money and that's all you getting is people who only after you for your money, they use you and leave you, then then at what point do you say, okay, what could I have had fixed or done better, you know. And I think that a lot of women have started to realize a lot of these guys ain't really got money like they saying they do. So no, I gotta go out here and invest and get businesses and do what I need to do. So even though some of these women, they get dragged in the media for dating multiple women, like we can even talk about Lori Harvey, for instance. You know, people always want to talk about Lori Harvey. Oh, she dated so many different people. And it's like, that's what you're supposed to do. Unfortunately, she's in a certain spotlight, so everything she does is going to be tracked by whoever. She's not calling up these blogs telling them, hey, this is who I'm dating now. This is just her. She's out having a good time. She the only body in explanation. Y'all taking pictures and y'all posting them. So y'all keeping more track than she really is. And now that she's actually dating somebody that she enjoys, or that's her level, because I feel like Michael B. Jordan is definitely the person that she needs to be with. He's not a hood dude. He's more on the scale that she was raised in. I know how Margie, whatever her name is, and Steve Harvey raised her. She was always a quiet little girl. She never really was into anything. So I feel like her going from Trey Songz to Future to now Michael B. Jordan, or whoever I think they said she was dating Diddy and Justin, I don't know, but I feel like Michael B. Jordan is her speed. That's somebody that she needs to talk to. And sometimes you just have to date different people till you realize who you need to be with. And sometimes it's not even about who you chose. Sometimes people approach you and you just like, oh, well, let me give it a try, let's see what happens, and it ends up not being what
I said, is that what happened?
What happened with what?
But y'all too, because y'all look perfect. To me, y'all look
I don't know. I don't even know. What you I don't know. What happened? He's crazy. But anyways.
Leah kissing all them frogs just to find a prince. I mean, you sometimes you have to, like she said, you might have to date until you find your niche. I mean, how can two walk except they agree? You can't be unequally yoked, because you have to be able to balance each other out. I say all the time, I think y'all are perfect balance for each other.
You think so? I don't think so. I'm just playing.
And you can just come in and you're like, no, bring that in. No, let me handle that. Okay, but then I see how she balanced you, because you like, oh yeah, we going there. I mean, it's
I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all balance each other out. I just think, for me, like I said,
Leah thought about she don't like reptiles. She crazy.
God is gonna send my balance. I believe it.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Like I tell you, I can never really say. I still to this day don't even know how we was even friends on Instagram. I don't know. But I'm glad that we did cross paths. So
if nothing more, but for RJ, I'm glad. That's fresh fun.
But I think that it definitely, like, it takes time. You have to have patience, because I used to block everybody. I would block everybody. I'm about to block Rob, like, right now. I'm just
here go my mother, Turkey. All things in time. Focused.
But I don't know. It just took me some time. I think once you work on yourself and you figure out what is it that you need to do a little bit differently, or how you should approach, because it's all about what you attract. And sometimes you can get bamboozled. You can think that you are finding somebody that's like good for you, and they're really not good for you. So you definitely need to really see what people about. Like, that's the bottom line. Oh my God, look.
I'm glad God sent him.
That's my grandma. Yeah. You right, Carla.
Yes, right. Who is Miss Carla?
That's who Darnell's. Yeah.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
But
let me shout her out. She is awesome.
yeah, she is.
Oh, she is. She's very Carla. Yes, I love her. She is so amazing. I'm so happy you're on. I'm so glad you joined us.
Girl, stop it. I love you. I don't know. I just think that you have to really ask, like, it's good, boil down to prayer, like, you know. I don't know how me and Rob end up talking or whatever the case may be. I'm definitely glad it was a blessing. And
why was Rob sitting there looking at the camera like?
Because he's reading.
He's
reading.
Oh, you read. Oh.
I'm not into social media, so I'm trying to get it. I don't really understand it.
He's not. Yeah, he's really not. I'm making him do this. But I don't know. And then that's another thing I like too, that he's not like, I like the fact that he's not like on the scene and stuff like that, because I've talked to so many people that just always got to be seen, always got to be known, always got to be, and it's just like it becomes annoying. But what I do, I have to be on social media, and that's just it. So that balances us too.
Well, your mom has to go eat with my
Girl, are you really going to eat or what? Are y'all doing onboarding today? I thought y'all was doing onboarding tomorrow.
No, they're gonna feed us today, so I have to go eat.
Okay, well, y'all is so
I don't
aggravating.
want to leave because I miss y'all so much. I probably didn't cry a lot today, for real.
I know I have. I know I cried yesterday a lot of times at the shop. It was crazy.
I know. Me and you will never part. My
Girl. But I love you. Enjoy yourself.
I want to leave my quote for today. Before I get off of here, I just want to tell everyone who is listening, this is the year to take the leap. Do it afraid. Do whatever you have to do, but you have to take the leap this year. Don't stay in your comfort zone. You are meant to shine and meant to be great. So if I can tell you anything, please step out of your comfort zone and take the leap. Because as soon as you do it, watch the doors of opportunity that you're going to walk through.
Mm-hmm.
God just waiting on you to make the move. It's a faith move. As my friend Shalonda Johnson said, you got to shoot your shot this year. I don't care if it's aim high, shoot your shot. As my brother would say it, let's go up and shoot your shot. I guarantee you this time you're going to make the basket. I love y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all so much. I'm not going to cry.
We miss you too, girl.
But please do it. And especially you, Siobhan. And if Shanita's on here, her too. Make the leap.
Rob,
and
you
as
got a quote?
as David Ford told you.
Oh my God, this girl saying David Mumford. He ain't even out here.
David Ford told you. You make the leap as well.
Grandma,
and Robert, don't try to go box up no box and tell your boss you ain't coming back. I felt that in my spirit, like he was gonna go.
No, Rob, he did make me think he was like, he like. So what did you do?
Right.
You said you.
No, I don't want nobody going on here talking about on the podcast. They tell get your box and go turn your notice in. God ain't said that to some of y'all, so y'all don't do that. But pray about all of it. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later on tonight.
Love you too. Okay.
All right. Bye, Robert.
Bye.
I know my mom is on here. I love you, mommy, and I love you, Siobhan, and my Shanita. I see y'all on here. Oh, hi, Auntie.
Oh, I love you, Auntie. Rob, you got a quote?
I love you, Madeline.
No,
I
don't got a
love
quote.
you. All right.
I don't have a quote, but I want to end with something.
You want to end with it? You want me to go first and then you go?
Yeah, you can go first.
I think she got a. I just want to end with, be okay with the unknown. David Ford, like he said, a lot of times we don't do things because of what possibly could happen next, and I think that has something to do with that's something I struggle with my anxiety. Is I think I'm fearful of the unknown of what could happen next, personally, just like with myself, and that's something that I'm praying through and trying to get through. So this week, just be okay with not knowing what's next, but just doing what you need to do, and knowing that God's got you. And like David Ford also said, stay prayed up, continue to pray and pray. Every success story is behind, or great success story is behind great prayer. So definitely do that. Shanita said, my cousin Shanita said, hi, Rob.
I'll tell her, hey. Oh, hey. I was about to say, tell her, hey.
Yeah, you right there. But I get you.
Clearly don't get it.
Thanks, Grandma. Yeah, I think that is. I think with anxiety, it is being afraid of too much change. I don't know. Sometimes I hear stories of other people and things that they go through, and I put it on myself, and that's what makes me fearful. I get fearful at nighttime. So, and I think it's just because I don't even want to tell y'all, because y'all, no, I'll save it for another time. But yeah, I'm working on it. What you want to say?
I was going to really speak to the guys. Instead of like, showing off and flexing on social media, going to these nightclubs, buying bottles, buying drinks for everyone, buying out bars, spending all your money on designer clothes and trying to keep up with the Joneses, getting the fancy cars, trying to portray a lifestyle. Make sure you got some life insurance. Make sure you got some dental insurance. Make sure you got some health insurance. Make sure you got a will. Make sure you know what a 401k is. Make sure you actually look into like stock and investments, and make sure you spend time with your family. If you have kids, make sure you spend time with your kids. Make sure you are a light to people. You're not negative. You don't have bad energy. Just make sure you're making us as black men look good, because us as black men, our perception is a certain way. So when different races or racists look at us, it's based off what we're putting out. So we want to give them, a better light of us, so we don't have, police scared of us, or we don't have other races scared of us and want to do something to us based off their perception they're seeing online or on social media, or just their biases or prejudices that have been instilled in them for years. So we just want to do better in 2021, and not fight against each other. Like don't compete against each other. Just elevate each other and hold each other accountable, just for being better. And the same thing for like the women out here. Like, let's not do all the competition. There's no big U's, little me's. Like, let's all just bring each other up and collaborate with each other and support each other. And that's what I got to say.
Oh, you got a lot of good stuff. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get ready to end. We want to thank David Ford for coming. Now my mother wants to come back to the video. What the heck, Ma? Hold on. She's crazy. We trying to end, and she's all out at her bag.
I'm ready to send an offering because Pastor done spoke. He done said a whole word.
Ain't you supposed to be eating?
I was going down, but his word just it trapped me right here in my living room. I'm so proud of you.
You know what you do.
Proud of you.
Stop it. We trying to end this and you playing.
You gave a whole word, honey. You went down. You let him know. You spoke. The prophet has spoken. Prophet Robert. Sitting next to him is Prophetess Cashe.
Oh, girl, stop it.
I was so proud. That was a good word. That was very good. I had to get back on because you really had me. I was on my way out the door and then had to turn around. I said, "This ninja didn't say the whole word." The only thing you didn't do was call the altar call.
You know what the altar call is?
Altar call.
Yeah. That's when you're at church and then like the pastor bring people up for prayer.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Okay. All right, y'all.
We thank God for you, sir. Yeah.
They called you prophet and pastor. So good.
I love you both. I gotta get out of here.
All right.
We love you too.
All right.
All right.
All right.